Everyone thinks they know what happened in the Roman arena. They don't. For 2,000 years, we've been told the same story. Brutal slaves, forced to fight, killed for sport. The forensic evidence buried beneath Rome says something completely different. The Hollywood version of a gladiator is simple: a slave, a prisoner, a condemned man thrown into an arena to die. No choice, no training, no future. That's the story Rome wanted you to believe, because that story had a purpose, and it wasn't history, it was politics. What the Romans called bread and circuses wasn't just entertainment. It was state control, engineered to keep 50,000 people emotionally obedient. The arena wasn't a death sentence, it was a machine. And gladiators were its most expensive components. Here's the first thing we got completely wrong about gladiators. Gladiators were not disposable. Analysis of gladiator remains shows something that should stop you in your tracks. Exceptional bone density, healed fractures, deliberate medical treatment. These weren't men left to die on a dirt floor. They were assets, trained, fed, and medically maintained. The Ludus Magnus, Rome's primary gladiator training school, built directly beside the Colosseum, housed fighters who were worth more alive than dead. A top gladiator cost the equivalent of a year's salary for a Roman soldier. You don't spend that and then throw it away. So if they weren't meant to die, why did they fight? That's the question history never asks. Because the answer makes Rome look less like a civilization of savagery and more like something uncomfortably familiar. It wasn't steak. It wasn't the meat-heavy diet of a warrior. Forensic analysis of gladiator bones, confirmed by isotope testing, shows a high carbohydrate, grain-heavy diet. Barley, lentils, beans, dried fruit. Romans even had a name for them: hordearii, the barley eaters. This wasn't accidental. This was engineered nutrition. A high-carb diet builds a protective layer of fat over muscle. Not for aesthetics, for survival. A shallow cut in the arena looks dramatic. It bleeds well for the crowd, but it doesn't kill. The show had to go on, and a dead gladiator can't perform tomorrow. Here's the brutal truth that rewrites everything. Death in the arena was rare, at least by design. Skeletal evidence shows most gladiator wounds were to the extremities, controlled, survivable. Execution-style killing blows, found on only a fraction of excavated remains, were reserved for the truly condemned. The crowd didn't come to watch men die. They came to watch men survive things they shouldn't survive. That distinction is everything. And ancient civilizations, including Rome itself in its historical records, buried it under mythology. So the next time someone tells you gladiators were just slaves thrown to their deaths, show them the bones. Because history isn't what was written, it's what survived. And right now, 2,000-year-old skeletons are rewriting it. If that's the kind of history you want more of, the brutal truth backed by real evidence, you know what to do. Subscribe for more evidence-backed history. I'll see you in the next one.